Good morning. It's finally a really good morning. It's sometimes a bit challenging in the Philippines because this country is rooted in noise, whether it's music or loud motorbikes. Um, this is a little bit of a topic I want to briefly touch with you, and that's um, about focus. Many of us in life, even me, we try to manifest things, and mostly by action or by just trying to visualize things. Um, but before all of that, um, if you want to manifest, it really depends on your state and what kind of emotion you are. Whether that's, um, for example, more fear-based or more in a love state. That makes all the difference. And when you're, for instance, annoyed, or when you're not contented or distracted, but you keep pushing into action to make things happen, while you're in that state, nothing happens. Nothing really works for you. And you might notice that the days that you are in flow, in love, in gratitude, that things just naturally move for you, and the decisions that you make, the actions you take work. And when you're not aligned, when you're in a state of disconnect or fear or annoyance, it doesn't. And that's, I mean, everybody talks about manifesting and then thinking about affirmations and positive thinking, and that does something, but um, it's it comes. There's a cycle, and I learned this yesterday beautifully. I realized as well, like, yeah, um, it can only come from your state of being. And um, if you're, for instance, in an environment that's congested or full of chaos, or there's abuse, um, then you're full of that, you're focused on that, um, and that, well, actually influences your beliefs of yourself. It actually as well influences then your thoughts and your actions. And even if you would try, like, I need to do this, or I need to go uh, uh, to the gym, or I need to make this happen, you can try what you want, but there's not really an outcome, and there are no results. You need to go all the way back to what you focus on. And this is why environment, and that can be the people around you, but also literally, uh, geographically, your environment dictates your focus. So when I'm in an environment, um, that's what I sometimes experience here, for instance, in the Philippines, which is rooted in noise. And there's also a belief in the Philippines that they want to make a lot of noise because it scares away bad spirits. That's their belief. But there's always um, noise. And the past days was so extreme, was so much music, and it's like even here I'm living more in the jungle area, but as if I was living next to a nightclub. And there's so much like it pulls you out, and it pulls my focus into something negative. Um, then everything within shifts. Um, this is just an example. I'm not necessarily complaining. I need to think about this, because you need to be relentless about, if you want to get results, you need to be relentless about what you focus on. um, and sometimes you're in environments that could be geographically, like me, for instance, now in the Philippines, with where there's a lot of noise always, is that a place where I can regulate, be in my love flow, and um, get results. And for you, could be the same if you're in a busy city, and you're not getting there. You need to change your environment. If you are surrounded by people that are controlling, manipulative, um, maybe even abusive, and that's for another day, you got to change that. If you want to get into your space and into where you want to go, and the results you want to get, because the focus, and when you're in a state of gratitude, happiness, love, and you can see the beautiful things, that shapes your beliefs also within, and that gives you the thoughts, and that gives you the actions you take. If that's negative, that shapes your belief too. Um, so it can be the same if you're in a in an environment of lack, poverty, and that's the only thing you see. That shapes your beliefs too. Um, and where you focus on, your your brain will, um, well, try to match that later on again, because it becomes a belief, and then that's the only thing you're going to look for. And if you're going to be long enough in that cycle, you're not you're going to get the same stuff over and over again. um, so it's always about, okay, be mindful of this, even if you're in a highly toxic, noisy, um, polluted area, and you're not getting the results you want. You gotta sit back and assess your environment, whether that's geographically, whether that's the people around you. It could be as well close relationships, things that are pulling your focus into actually a negative direction. That's the things you need to let go. And without um, remorse, this is pure self care. Um, and this is why, as well, when you're dealing with abuse, you sometimes need to step away and go no contact and break it. Because everything that comes in from that side pulls your focus to the, the toxic, negative stuff. And that shapes your belief. And again, your belief shape your thoughts. And your thoughts um, lead to, well, the actions you take. So we got to take care of our environment and relentlessly choose areas of calm, of peace, of nature. Um, and this is where you will get the inspiration you need. This is where you get the gratitude feeling, the love feeling. And from there, you get totally different beliefs and thoughts. And then suddenly you think bigger, you have different thoughts, different actions you want to take, and then you get to the results you want to get. Very short about manifestation. I'll be back to you very soon, but just remember, your environment dictates your state. And sometimes you think it's you, or there's something wrong with you, or that you're depressed, or not motivated, or not confident. No, um, most of the times it's the environment that is actually pulling you out of your alignment, of your love state, of your happiness. That's what we're gonna look at. If you want clarity and you want to work on this, you want to figure this out, where in your life, let's say, your environment is polluted, whether that's geographically, whether that's because of a relationship or anything else, it could be even your job, um, then send me a message. Just write clarity in the comments, and I'll be back to you. All right. Wish you a beautiful day. Much love. Let's breathe. Go.